ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, O'Neal. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
On 2nd down now, Levine. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And this is Cook with a grab. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw. O'Neal. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against the defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Right back to him on first down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
They'll run on first down. Kennedy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, O'Neal. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Levine. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by to relent. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's a 2nd and 7. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Back to throw. O'Neal. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down. O'Neal. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Off play action. O'Neal. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. O'Neal. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Second down, Haskins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, O'Neal. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So we have reached halftime here, and we now proceed to the start of the second half. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Haskins to throw, and that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Off the bootleg, O'Neal. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They find some open field here. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the gun, O'Neal. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On 2nd down, Levine. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground. Levine. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Good job.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. On 1st down, it's Howell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Haskins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
And allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Well, they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance of victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions at the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. O'Neal. And complete right side to Cook. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Looking to throw. O'Neal.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw. O'Neal. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Off the play fake. O'Neal. On the crossing route, complete. That's Pierce. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They'll run on first down. Levine, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Levine. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On first down, Levine. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On second down now, Levine, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. Extra point up and through, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation. We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10. I would expect to see some pressure here. One final shot for Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And